Well, this is gonna be a slotting good time.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Magic Square Night Tracer. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging right up front. Here we have a lovely bit of artwork there of Night Tracer, the Magic Square extraterrestrial mechanical life form in disguise. His name is MSO5 Night Tracer. Warning, don't eat anything in this box. That could be very bad for you. On this side we have Night Tracer. On this side, Night Tracer. On the top, Night Tracer. On the bottom, more warning. Just lots of warnings here. On the back, you have a lovely... This is really all Onslaught wants to do. He just wants to just sit by the beach and enjoy the sunset. That's all they all really want. That's all they want. And you have your tech specs if that interests you. And that is basically it for the packaging. Also included is a collector's card with Onslaught there. Hi, you can't see me in there. But there you have Onslaught, and there you have your tech specs if that interests you. Hooray for arts. And moving right along, here we have Night Tracer, and this is the next component of Magic Square's Bruticus, and this is their take on AG1 Onslaughts, the leader of the group, and yeah, a very nicely done figure, a beautiful figure, in my opinion. If you're into the cartoon look, then this is going to tick all of the boxes. If you're not into the cartoon look, then this is just going to tick you off. One or the other. But for me, it ticks the boxes. This makes me very happy. This pleases me immensely. But yeah, beautiful figure, in my opinion here. I think they did a great job. But let's get in close. Yes, we can take a look now at those abs, at the noggin. Whoop, noggin, there it is. But nice sculpt there. You got that orange for the visor. You got that gray there for the mouth plates. And yeah, good looking Onslaughty sculpt there. He's got his little sculpted pecs in there. Spot right there for the Decepticon symbol, which he will receive once this review is over. You got that camo green going down the sides of the arms. And, oh no, again, very cartoony, so not a whole lot of detail. Very simplistic in this design, but, you know, again, it's going for that toon look, so that's how it's supposed to look. So toesies there. Got the little wheelies. And move the back. You can see a very clean transformation here. Of course, he has the backpack he's supposed to have. One issue I have, and I've seen a lot of other people, this may be a widespread thing, but I always have this gap right here in the middle. I can never get it to sit flush, and I've seen other people have that same problem, so I think that's maybe just something they never totally figured out. I don't know, but it seems like more people than not have this gap here in the middle, but oh well. Not the end of the world, but yeah, all in all though, a very good looking Onslaught here. Now articulation-wise, what have we got? I'm gonna tell you. So the head can wiggle waggle side to side some. You can look all the way up, do a total squirrel. You can't really look down ever so slightly. Head can do a full 360. The neck joint on mine is quite snug. Arms can do a full 360. Can move in and out at 2 points, right here and right here. So you have 2 points of movement there. You do have rotation right there at the elbow. You have a single jointed elbow, but you get a good range of movement out of it. As far as the wrist, you do have wrist rotation. The hands can also move outward if you needed to. You have posable fingies. The thumb is on a ball joint at the base, and you have a hinge here, and each finger is on a ball joint at the base, and just a hinge mid-finger. You do have ratchet to waist rotation. You can extend all this. You got all kinds of ab crunches. You can do that. That's not a natural position, but it's a thing you can do if you want to do it. You can move the hip skirts out of the way as well as the butt plates here. And you can move the leg up, and this section of that front skirt will move with the leg. So you can bring that up. You can do the big boot. And you do have to kind of push all this back down to get it back where it was. Come back, you got that much, outward, you can do the full splits. You do have thigh rotation, you have a double jointed knee, so you have nice full range of movement there. And as far as the feet, the toes can move up, they can't move down, and you have, as you can see, you have multiple joints here, so you do have lots of ankle tiltage. Now as far as accessories go, we get this blaster here. Again, very simplistic design, but looks good. You can pop off the barrel because reasons, I don't know. But there you have his blaster, and he comes with the big old chest piece here for Bruticus. Just a big chunk of gray plastic there. Can't wear it right now, a little too big for him. But yeah, that is all you get there with Night Tracer. Now, if you want, you can store the blaster on his person. You can just flip in the handle there. You got this little post. You have either of these two ports. You can use whichever one you want. And just plug it right there. And there is your storage. Hooray for storage. And, of course, he can wield his weapon. Just tabs into his hand. And he can do all of the pew, pew, bang, bang, pew, pew, bang, bang. And do all of the slotting. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with the Ocular Max Onslaught. You can see how that works out, and me personally, I think the Magic Square one looks so much better. Even back when I reviewed the Ocular Max Onslaught, I said that he definitely is the member that suffered for the all-in-one gimmick. Now, I know people are probably going to say, well, it doesn't matter because I bought these for the combined mode, so it doesn't matter what the robot mode looks like because I have them displayed in combined mode anyway, which is totally fair, and, you know, I include myself in that because all my combiners are displayed in combined mode, so ultimately it is kind of a moot point, but it doesn't change the fact that the Magic Square Onslaught just looks overall way, way better. But that's just my 2 cents, which isn't even worth that much, but to each their own. And here he is with G1 Onslaught because he's precious. Oh, so precious. Look at him. Look at him. Oh. And here he is with MP44. Here he is with MP Megs. With MP Screamer. And here he is with his fellow Combaticon bros, so you can see how the team is shaping up, and they look real good together. So, there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode, and I personally think it looks great. I mean, he even has little faux wheels here molded on the inside of his arms. I mean, that's really cool. But, you know. Again, nice and cartoony, works for me. I personally love it, but let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So first we're going to work on the armular region here. So what we're going to do is we're going to untab this panel here. We're going to rotate it to the other side and close that up. You then want to rotate the forearm. So while this color stays on the outside, you want to take the hand and you want to flip it all the way back. So it's sitting like that. You do want to leave the hand open like so. And then you want to take this panel here, open that up, and bring that out like so. And then you just want to take this wheel, and you want to just flip out this half of the wheel. And you got that done. Second verse just like the first. And once you have both sides done, you just want to take his arms, just bring them out, and then just bring them up over his head. And now for the backpack, you just want to open the sides up here. Just got to pull on the cannon and undo that. And undo that. And you can split all of this. You can drop all this down. You want to extend all these hinges here. And you can close this back up and just get this out of your way. So now you want to take this section here, this little side panel, and bring this out, flip this little panel up, and do that on both sides. Again here, and flip that out, flip that up, and you want to take all this, and just open that up. You want to take this front grille here, and bring this up. Got the headlights in here. Just flip those out, And then you can just bring this around. And now you want to take all this, just bring it up and over. And just get it past, it can be a little hard to get it past the shoulders. You're going to have to just pull it back a little bit here. There we go. I'll just pop down. And you have a tab slot connection that happens right here. So just get that lined up. Where are you? Where are you? Right there. And tab that in. Then you just take that front grill and just pop it into a recess there. And you got that all done. So now, you just kind of want to start bringing out those doors. This window will flip up. You have a little panel right here that you want to flip out. And it'll just fill in the rest of that door. And just bring that out. We don't want that in place just yet. But we're going to do the same thing here. Open that up and flip out that little panel. Bring those in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take all this, just rotate it down. We can take these panels here, flip them in. We're going to take these sections here with the wheels and rotate them out and flip out these wheels here. So we got that going on. Once that's done, we can straighten all this back out, and now we can take these doors and get them in place. And I'll just tab into either side, thusly, and thusly. And there you got the cab all done. So now you can take the waist, you can extend it if you want to, and rotate it 180. Collapse it back up, and now we will work on the legular region. So now for the legs, what we need to do first is we can just kind of shift the foot down just to get it out of the way. You want to take this front section and untab it and bring that up. So these panels do need to be undone in a specific order. So you want to undo the back panel first. So undo that, bring that down, then do the inside panel, and then undo the top panel. So once you've done that, you can take the foot and bring this back in, untab the toes, and just shift them down, flip the heel in. And these side sections here are on a double hinge, so all of this will shift down, shift that down, and then you just want to close all this back up. So you want to start with the top panel, tab that in, then the side panel, close that up, and the side panel will now swing out to the side, and there's another little panel in here. I'm going to say the word panel a lot. So bring this out. And you got that done. You can take this little section here. This will also flip up like so. And you do want the hips and the knees in a specific orientation for this so everything lines up. So I want to bring the butt panel down so you can bring out the side skirt. So bring that out. And you want to rotate the hip up. So basically that's sitting around like that, and then you can bring it back down so it's looking like that. And this knee joint here, you have to shift up to the uppermost point so it is looking like that. And that's how you want all of that. And guess what? Second verse is just like the first. Alright, so now we're here, and we do have an extra panel here we need to flip out on this side, and everything's pretty much ready to go. So now we can take the two halves and just plug all of that together, and now we can take the turret, kind of move that off to the side, and we can bring this down and get all of this lined up, and there will be tab slot connections right there. So you just get that in place, tab that in, go around to the other side, swing this around, get it out of your way, bring that down, and get the other side tabbed in, and there we go. Again, just make sure you get everything lined up. There we go. So everything's sitting like that. You want to make sure that this panel here tabs over that panel nice and flush. Then you're going to take these side panels here, and they will just come in and just close that up. Swing it around, close that up, and there you have your flatbed all flat. Now for the turret, you just want to bring this all the way back and close this up. Again, always end up with this gap here. Just don't know what to do about that. And you have hinges here, a double hinge in here, so you can have this thing a little higher, bring it back, and kind of do what you want there. Is always your toy, display it however you wish. Extend those cannons, and there you go. There you have Night Tracer, aka Onslaught, in his alt mode. Not a bad spin. There you go. There he is in his alt mode. It's a very Onslaughty alt mode, and I think it looks quite good. Quite good. But let's get in close so we can take a look at those details. You got that front grille there, done in a dark gray with the bumper done in a light gray. You got some transparent headlights there with some silver behind them. We got a little bit of camo right there on the hood, and the camo paint does actually have like a texture to it, which is quite nice. And the windshield windows just painted in black. Got those rims done in gunmetal gray. You got some spots of that green going on back there. Some detail on the flatbed. And you got those taillights done in yellow with the silver trim. Oh yeah, there's the top, there's the bottom. He does have visible head. It's there. It's there. But he does roll, as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. And for comparison, here he is with the Ocular Max Onslaught. So you can see what's going on there. The Ocular Max one is a bit longer, a little taller, but you can see what's going on there. And here he is with G1 Onslaught, because he's precious, oh so precious. And here he is with MP44. Just so you can get a sense there of what's going on size-wise. And here he is with the other Combaticon boys. So you can see how the team is shaping up, and they are looking quite nice together. So, there you go. Now, as far as articulation in the alt mode goes, these cannons can pivot up and down. One little nitpick, one little complaint I do have is that these cannons sometimes can slide in a little too easily. Like they don't really. I wish there was like a little thoop or something to hold them in place, but you can kind of knock them in kind of easy. So that's a little bit of an annoyance. But anyway, the turret, you can raise it up. Can do a full 360. That can pivot up and down as well. And you can see as I'm doing that, this one's kind of compressing itself back in. There is an alternate configuration for the turret. If you want, you can split it. And what you would do is you would take this hinge and accordion it up like that. And close that up, and that makes it sit a little bit more forward, has it sitting more over the cab, and then you have the extra space back here. You can sit swindle or brawl on there if you want to. As always, options, they're good. Display your toy however you wish. And as far as the blaster, yes, you can store that in the alt mode, and it's the same way stored in the robot mode. You can just take it, plug it up there, do what you want. Hooray for storage. As far as the chest piece goes, there's nothing you can do with this. You always just lay it back here. You know, there you go. Thing you can do if you want to do it. So that is basically it for the alt mode. So now let's get down to combined mode. Now, to go into combined mode, you're pretty much going back into robot mode, so I'm going to do that off camera. If you need to see the full sequence, you can watch the transformation video that's linked in the description down below. It's always the first link in the description. But I'm just going to cut to the chase, and I'm going to show you the specific steps you need to get him into combined mode. So let's get down to it, shall we? Let's! Alright, so for the legs, you want to make sure that the hip and the knee is back in its original position. I just want to take this and rotate this down, and we need to undo the side panel here. You just want to bring down the heel spur. You're going to leave the toe where it is. You're going to take all this and shift this back up, shift this back up, and then just close up the side, close up the back, collapse all this back down, And that's what you're doing with the legs. So now for the arms, you want to take the wheel and just fold that back up. Bring this panel back up and get that locked back in place. You want to bring the hand back up. Now you want to ball the fist up. And then you want to rotate the fist 180. What you're going to do here is you're going to extend the arm right here at this double hinge. And then you want to bring all this back. And then you want to take this double hinge and collapse it in so it's looking like that. At this point you want to disengage. There's a hinge in here that you need to unclip and bring that down like so and get that sitting flush against that back, and that's how you want that looking right there. Now for the backpack, we're just going to open this up. We're going to open this up as well. We have panels in here we want to flip out. You want to take this whole cannon assembly and rotate it in so it is sitting like that. You can do the same thing on the other side. So now we're going to bring this up, and this right here will tab into the slot right there. So just get that lined up and get that clipped in. Then we're going to bring this panel up. You want to do this side first, and there's a tab right here. It's going to go into a slot right here in the arm. So if you get that lined up, that'll just pop right in. Then you just do the same thing with the other side. Get that up, and you got the little dovetails right there. So just get all of that sitting, and that should just tab itself right in. Then you take these panels here, and you just bring them down. Just fill in that gap so it's looking like that. So now for the legs, helps if you bring the butt flap up. Bring that up too. Just bring the legs out like a click or two and just rotate the leg 180 and bring it up. You can bring that back down and you can disengage this section of the leg, rotate this up, and what's going to happen here is the heel, you can see this little notch here, it's going to go right in here. So just line that up and just slot that in, and then you can take this and close it up. Sometimes this could be a little fiddly, but there we go. And you just get that locked in. They can compress this up as well. There's also a little tab slot connection right here. I don't know how mission critical it is, but it doesn't really stay in all that well. It tends to kind of want to pop itself back out, but try to get that seated as best you can, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. And once you have that done, you just extend these big old cannons here. Yup. Like so, and there you go. There you have TRACER in his combined mode. And yeah, he's doing his best sound wave impression. That's pretty much what's happening here. But yep, that's what's going on for combined mode. And yeah, just kind of folding up into a box. And I like how they went about kind of expanding the backpack here and giving him these bigger, beefier cannons. I do quite like that. Yeah, that's how combined mode is going to work out, and obviously it's going to kind of plug into a shell, and then this will go right there, and blah-de-blah-de-blah-de. We know how it works, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the combined mode. So, there you go. So there you have TRACER, and yeah, very well done figure here. I love him. I love him. Yeah, great looking robot mode, great looking alt mode. You know, good transformation, some good engineering going on here. It's an overall enjoyable process getting him from mode to mode. Very little fiddle factor, just minimal fiddle factor. My only qualms is that there's always a gap there in the backpack, and also the cannons. I wish there was, there was more friction there, just kind of a thooping point to lock those cannons in place when you have them extended. My only real gripes with the figure, but overall, very nicely done. Very happy with him, and yeah, the team is shaping up quite nicely. So, 3 down, 2 to go. So, there you go. Now, I picked this up from TF Safari. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also check out the Magic Square Bruticus playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal. Follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Magic Square Night Tracer. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Palm in your face. What the? No, hey! Another one of you online. So, who are you? Name's Onslaught. I've been designated as the leader of the Combaticons. Ah, cool. So tell me, you met Starscream, yeah? Now be honest. First impression. I don't like him. I know, right? See, it's not just me. He has a very punchable face. See, now I'm liking you more by the second.